Hello, 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 hello. Hi, everybody. Good morning. This is Deborah with Deborah's Blue Tarot. If you find yourself here by error, you may as well stay. I've got some things to tell you. I've got some things to say, and I hate to say I told you so, but I told you he is alive. Barely, but he is. And I know there are many readers who are on the cusp of, no, he's not. I don't mean that he's in great health, and I don't mean that he's ready to take a trip around the world and climb a mountain or whatever, but he wasn't ready to do that 20 years ago. So, having said that, I am going to, and it's kind of becoming boring in a way for a lot of people, but it's clear and present, and unless it happens while I'm online right now with you, I still want you to know that my date was September 15. I'm okay if I'm wrong. Either on the plus or the minus side, I have no idea. Oh, by the way, let me do cheers. So good. Dunkin' Donuts, hazelnut. I'm wearing my Pete shirt, Buttigieg. When he was a candidate. And I should also say, this is for entertainment purposes only, YouTube. I've got everyone's favorite Morgan Greer by request this morning from a subscriber, or 2 or 10. And I am going to be using this deck this morning. So let's give it a few shuffles here. We're going to read on the Felon. Tonight, I am going to read on the potential committee. Okay? Just for something different. Let's do that tonight. I don't want people like looking going, oh, not another one. You know what I mean? I think that's why I read on the Royals a few weeks ago. Remember that? And I hardly had anybody look at it. I mean, some people did, but based on the number of views on Felon topics, it wasn't even close. And I said to Deb D, I said, I'm going to give them what they want. You want Felon? You got it. So we're going to start the morning off with a reading on the Felon and what the H is going on in the House of White. Why is everyone standing around like it's like nothing in the world matters? I mean, I recognize the significance. You're talking to someone who has never hated anyone in my whole life. I mean, really hated. I might say, oh, I hate this or I hate that, but not to the extent. This is real. Having said that, you're not talking to someone who doesn't care. I do. But I'd much rather see him alive in front of a judge than unalive. That's just my personal preference because I want him to be humiliated in front of the public at large. And I want that to go on for 20 years would work. All right, enough of that. So let's just give this a really good work. I saged everything the other night after, I forget who it was, but one of my, it was Eve. Eve, hi. From Australia, I believe. And she was telling me, when I didn't feel good that day, she sent me an email and she said, you need to sage everything. Every deck you used, all the areas that So I did. I saged the world in this place. Fast forward to yesterday, my sister, who was driving when we went to breakfast, she said, I'm going to tell you the whole truth. Have you been smoking a little? I went, no, it's sage. She said, you're smoking that? I went, no. God. Gotta love sisters. I do love her. Anyway, I said, no, I needed to sage everything. And I did. But it goes in the air, right? And so if you have closet doors open or whatever, there's no way of preventing it. Smoke is smoke. It wasn't like setting off the smoke alarms, smoke, but it was, All right. Another coffee sip. Look, it's a Harris for President mug. Why, I didn't know. Well, in that this is not anything naked or inappropriate for people of any age, I'm going to hold this up for as long as I can. Or as Texas Paul would say, good coffee. Hope yours is better. Okay. Let's begin. You guys want to see the cards, I know. The question is, Spirit and Spirit guides, I've already done my prayers and my protection prayer as I was cooking breakfast. All right. Spirit guides, are you here? Come on. Give me some love. Spirit guides and good angels, be with me as I read on the most evil energies. However, I am in a beam, I am in a beam of white light protection from the Creator. And this is a reading on the felon. What's the latest? Okay? What's the skinny? The King of Cups, my Joe Biden card. And I'm designating this card for the American citizens as well. But while he's still around, my little Joe, my Joey, this is a card of quiet power. Scorpio energy. He's got his cup. He's got his staff, as it were, that he's holding in his right hand. And he has a seat at the table. Let's put it that way. The moon. Things are hidden, but things are going to come out. Look at these two big, like, almost look like towers or building. Not tower as in, you know, the tower. I mean, they just look like English, British buildings of some. Ugh. You can't make this stuff up. People are jumping ship. You can see them falling out of the tower. The tower is being battered by water. You see that here? If people were smart, they would jump into the water or try to hit the tower with their feet. But, you know, when you're falling, you don't have your wits about you. The tower. Big changes, big events. Something is happening. The Six of Wands. The card of, how do I put this? The card of coming in as a champion, as a winner. The card of winning. The card of I can't think of the words I want to use, but the cards of a champion, the winner. Even the horse looks happy. And the rider of the card is coming in with his 6 winning rods. Courage. The Hermit. The Hermit is a card about going within. Typically, the Hermit is lighting his path as he goes this way. It's also giving himself space to walk and evaluate what is going on with this light, because it's clearly dark around him. Evening time, perhaps, or late in the evening. He's standing on the edge of a cliff. He's not going far. He's just examining what's going on. Let me bring these down a little bit. Okay. Next row. The Page of Rods. This is a young person who's got some information right here. It could be a young woman. It could be a young man. It doesn't matter. But this person is coming in, this young person, with some information. And you can see the sprouts. The sprouting leaves here and here. The Ace of Rods, the Ace of Wands. The ace is a powerful card, as you know, coming in with a lot of information. This is a shorter wand, but it's thicker around. So it's built up years. This has got years of info. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Interesting. 8 books. Let's say 8 sprouts of information, and the ace is always a powerful card. The ace is as powerful as the tower, but this is a tower moment. The 6 of Swords, going away, moving away from what no longer serves you. Now, this person wrapped up definitely is female. Look at the smaller hands. Of course, they could be, what's his name? He's got itty-bitty hands, among other things. Anyway, they're moving forward and moving away from what no longer serves them. You can see that this card is just below the tower. The 4 of Cups, refusing to accept help. This hand is handing this over to this individual, and this individual is not willing to accept it. The 4 of Swords, a card of repose, a card of rest. This is a military kind of thing, but that doesn't mean anything. It could be something just covering the face. The 4th sword. Where's the 4th sword? Oh, I see it. Back here. So, this is a card of repose. It could be a card of the end. Ending. Let's pull just a couple more. The Fool. Endings and new beginnings. Stepping off. Taking a leap of faith. The Dog right here, trying to pull the Fool back. The Fool's all packed up. He's got all his stuff, and he's ready for a new adventure. Endings, new beginnings. But the Dog's going, no, no. The Knight of Cups, more military, stepping up. The Queen of Swords. Yeah. This is either a lawyer, a doctor. Sword could be medical instruments. It could be technology. When I see this card, I almost want to say, there she is. But I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing a judge, a lawyer. Typically both, obviously. You can't be a judge unless you're a lawyer. The Ace of Swords, the Sword of Truth, coming in. Yes, it is. It's right there. Stinky fish. I don't care about that card. Page of Swords, young person, young lawyer. 9 of Cups, a lot of abundance, big, happy, swollen face. Almost a completion card is the 9 of Cups. Another 9. This is September. I have another 9. The Hermit is a 9. The Tower is the 16. The Moon is 18. We've got lots of 9s. It's this month, you guys. The 9 of Wands. Again, a near completion card. Lots of information coming in. EPS files are about ready to be released. Little leaks here and there. And the Ace of Pentacles. There's the information right there being handed to us by the Creator. That's right. Okay. What am I getting out of this? Everything. He's going. Slowly but surely. He is going. Fear not. Now, I was watching Rosie, but I had to stop and get dressed and stuff because I can't do this in my robe. Spirit, I'd like to ask a question, please. Do these cards, this throw, appropriately let me know, telling me that the felon has come to the end of his cycle? Just put it that way. Is he coming to the end of his cycle? Is he coming to the end of his cycle, felon? Is he coming to the end of his cycle? Will this happen soon? Tell us. It's a yes or a no. Am I close on the 15th? Spirit? You ready yet? Yes. Mwah. That's my baby. Spirit. Is he drugged so much just to be able to stand up? Is he very heavily medicated to be able to make a speech or answer questions? He looks stoned out of his mind when I saw part of a press conference or news conference or something like that just this morning. But it was probably from yesterday evening. I'm just saying. Is he on heavy meds? Yes, he is. Folks, it's coming, but he's still alive. Shady is very disappointed. Shady's got it all planned out. Guess what, Shady? You are out of your league, my friend. You're out of your league. I'm putting these in this because, don't you love these? Oh my God, Lisa. I love these. Okay. Let's pull, as we head to 24 minutes, let's pull an angel card, an angel number for you, my beautiful, amazingly kind and generous, beautiful collection of kind and wonderful people in my community. And in others too. But I'm speaking about mine. And I could not, I'm trying to just give myself a little fluff. I could not love you more. And yes, I feel great today. For entertainment purposes only, YouTube. So let's give this a little shuffle. Even though it's a small deck, I can still move the cards around. Let me just do, Sheila used to do this. She said, this is the way you're supposed to, technically, shuffle your cards, because you're not seeing anything, blah, 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 blah. She used to do that a lot. Okay. Angel card. Make it good. Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've never got this card before. Persistence. Keep going. You have completed a task that is in alignment with your soul's journey. The divine is letting you know that it sees you and that all of your persistence is paying off. You are being acknowledged. Thank you, Spirit. It'd be nice to be able to know you were here. Sending me a sign, a signal, the little chills that I get would be helpful. Please. The affirmation is, I take steps to stay in alignment with my soul's journey, and I reap the rewards of my persistence. Nice. I love this little deck. It's just right, All right. Sending everyone so much love that you're bleeding me dry. Sending you prayers, positive vibes. I hope you have a good day. I will be back for Midday Nuggets. I will also be doing a PM reading. Tonight we are going to read on, what did I say we were going to read on? The committee. I'm going to add Shady to this too, because there's an element of his presence on this Shady. He can't wait. He's got the linen folded and ready for the closets. That's how this guy is. Peace out, folks. Talk to you soon.